Do you ever like look at someone's channel and you're just like, whoa, last week I looked at their channel and they had like 10,000 subscribers and this week they're over 100,000 subscribers?
Wow.
Well, what the heck is happening here? How are they able to do that? Well, let me tell you, they have triggered the YouTube algorithm. Do you want to trigger the YouTube algorithm? I bet you do. Well, in this video, I'm going to be talking about a certain channel and how they were able to exponentially grow their channel by triggering the YouTube algorithm, which is kind of what we all want to do so that we can get more subscribers, get more views, which in turn is going to help us make more money. And money is fire, and videos, they are lighter.
So welcome to the fire. I'm the one with the lighter.
What's up, guys? Augie Johnston here with VidChops.com, where we're here to help take the burden of editing totally off your hands so you can focus on more important things in your business. Now, if that sounds good to you, if you're here to learn how to grow your channel, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now so that you don't miss a video, because that's what this channel is all about. So let's go ahead and hop on the computer right now so we can talk about how this channel was able to trigger the algorithm. All right, guys, we're gonna be talking about this Catherine Manning channel. She's an amazing YouTuber that has really totally blown up over the past year. And we're just gonna be diving into her channel and seeing what she was able to do and how she was able to really trigger the algorithm to grow her channel, because she definitely did trigger the algorithm. So as you can see, she has 162,000 subscribers and 245 videos. Her channel used to be called Content Bug, but recently she's rebranded it to Catherine Manning, just probably for personal branding reasons. But yeah, she creates like digital marketing, how-to videos on how to create videos, how to grow on YouTube, how to use certain online tools. It's a really cool channel. You should check it out. But anyways, kind of the process that I like to go through to learn from these other people that have gone and triggered the algorithm is I like to go to their channel, okay? And there's a few different tools we're gonna be using. We're gonna be using Social Blade, we're gonna be using vidIQ, just to kind of do a deep dive. Kind of the first thing I'll do though, is I'll go in here and I'll click on videos, and I'll just go through and I'll just sort it out. So I'm gonna check, first thing I'm gonna check is most popular, and I can see, okay, she has a video with 762,000 views from 10 months ago. 548,000 views from 2 months ago. Wow. 427,000 views from 7 months ago. So it looks like kind of her first big video that made it big was this one from 10 months ago. So I just want to go ahead and take a look at that, because I want to just take note of the date, the actual date that she uploaded this video.
Hey guys, what is up?
And we will take a look at her actual content and stuff like that and how she is on camera here in a little bit. But first, I just want to make sure that we can identify really the videos that did really good for her and that helped her actually trigger the algorithm. Because the fact is, if you can trigger the algorithm, then it's going to promote you through suggested or through browse to people who they think that would really enjoy your videos. That's basically how it works. You create a good enough video that they like, it gets triggered, and they push it out for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take note that this was July 22nd, 2009. Okay, so this was the first video, and I know that it was kind of the first video for her just by noting that this was 10 months ago, 9 months, 11 months. So this video might be kind of her first big one. 5 months, 7 months, 11 months ago was kind of the oldest one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and check out that date too.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Notice she's using vlog style by holding the camera. June 13th. Okay, so from here, I know that June 13th, so I'm just gonna go ahead and look over here at her stats, and wow, like I said, she's doing amazing. 1.3 million views a month, almost 40,000 views in the last 30 days. So I'm gonna click this button right here, and if you don't know what this is just a Social Blade add-on for Google Chrome. And if you click on that, it's gonna take you right over to her profile here on Social Blade so that we can see more data and just more stats on her channel. She's got 245 uploads, 162,000 subscribers, 5.2 million total views. And she created the channel just about 3 years ago, give or take a few months. And if I scroll down here, you can see just kind of the ebb and flow of her growth. And yes, we can see that in about October was her first month that she got anywhere over 50,000 views. She got 91,000. But the view that I like to look at is the detailed statistics, because I want to look at a weekly view, because I really want to drill down the videos that really made this happen for her. So here, let's go ahead and just look through the view numbers. So you can see that from October 7th to October 14th, she got only 7,000 views, but this is really kind of the beginning of her growth, right? You can see it here. She's always 2,000 a week, 2,000 a week, 3,000, maybe 4,000, but kind of all in the same ballpark, except for October 7th to October 14th, she's at about 8,000. In the following week, she's at about 13,000. And the week after that, she got 44,000. So you can see that we're starting to double and triple week by week. So we know that her videos are being pushed out at this point. If I go one more, 76,000 views this next week, 95,000. So I can look at this date, probably like around October 21st, that week right there. She went from 44,000 to 76,000. It's a huge jump, even from 13 to 44. So October 14th to basically the end of the month, some kind of video during that time period popped. So I'm just gonna go back to her channel. And a cool thing about the vidIQ plugin that I use, and this is an add-on as well to Google Chrome, is that you can export. So I can click here and I can export like a CSV file, or think of it as like a big spreadsheet that has all the information on all her videos all organized. So this is super valuable. If I click this button here, it's gonna start exporting. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll check back in with you. It's gonna take maybe a minute or two. Okay, so I downloaded that, and then I just dropped that CSV file here into my Google Chrome so that I could convert it into an Excel, or actually a Google Sheet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open up that Google Sheet, and here it is. Okay, so now what I would like to do is just look at these dates. So you can see the dates of all her videos that were published. So these are the most recent. And I'm just gonna go down to that month of October. Here it is. These videos here, I'm just gonna go ahead and color code them real quick so I can get an easier look at them. These are the videos where she was able to trigger the algorithm. So if we scroll up, we can see our views here. I'm just gonna mark that. And then we wanna also mark the date. Just trying to keep this organized so we can see what we're looking at. So as I scroll down here, we can see the overlap that here, this video has 4,100 views, 3,900. So none of these are outliers, but here's an outlier. Okay, so this video has 30,000 views. Okay, so we can see that this video here, I'm just gonna go ahead and change the color one more time. This video here, definitely 427,000, really all of these I can color code. And yeah, I would really give credit to this first one as the one that helped kind of get the snowball rolling, because what's gonna happen is if you release a good video that gets traction and YouTube promotes out, you're gonna wanna make sure to follow up with another good video, because the more videos you can kind of rack up in a row that YouTube likes, they like it because it's getting high click-through rate and people are watching it for a long duration. That is going to allow you to get that snowball effect and build that momentum so that your spike keeps going up and up and up, so that you are able to get, like she has here, right? This growth, and then another spike, and then another spike. And yeah, there's a dip here, but the good thing about these dips is that you never actually dip down as low as you were. So maybe she's on a drought here without any good videos that were getting good watch time or anything. But even though that's the case, she's never dipping down here. Her worst week is 60,000. She's never dipping down back to 4,000. So that's the good news, is that YouTube will keep a higher baseline for you once you're able to trigger that algorithm a few times. And then another good video or two came out here and pushed her all the way back up to where she got 200, almost 300,000 views in 1 week right here. So wow, it's pretty cool. So I definitely would want to look at this rise right here as well and see what other kind of videos, because what I'm trying to do is identify a few videos that maybe we could create that would be, if they're related to our channel, to try to trigger the algorithm as well, knowing that people click on those videos and that people watch those videos. So let's go ahead back to this Excel thing and look for this video right here. This is the video that was her biggest hit. And then this is the one that we also want to look at because of the fact that this was the one that kind of started that snowball. So the title here is, Can You Make YouTube Videos with Your Phone? Very interesting topic, I think, in my opinion. Okay, so here I am back on her channel. I'm just gonna go ahead and find that video because not only do I wanna look at the title of it and I wanna see the thumbnail, what that looks like, and then I wanna watch the video, obviously, to see kind of how she goes about delivering the content and why it was such a good video. Okay, so here I go. I'm just gonna do a quick search for can you make YouTube videos with your iPhone, and here it is. So I'm just gonna open it. About 7 months ago, 30,000 views still. So, but this was the one that I think did well, and I can cross-reference that if I look at the date. Yep, October 9th, right? So right at the beginning of that, right here, 330 subscribers. The next week, double. This video here, 7,000 views. Next week, double, triple, double. Okay, mas or menos. So here we go. Let's take a look at this video. I'm just gonna go ahead and play it.
Can I just say, if you have a laptop or a computer, it is so much easier to go through the whole YouTube video creation process using your computer. Hello guys, what is up?
Okay, cool. So that was a great intro. I think that probably definitely hooked the viewer. So that's good to know. And then also I love that whole 3 hours earlier thing. That really kind of brings you back to follow along the story. And that's probably why she got so much good watch time on this. And average view duration is probably very high for a 13-minute video. So that was very key right there. Let's continue to watch through it. I'm gonna turn the volume up just a little bit.
And welcome to a very unique, very different YouTube video. So I was thinking the other day, I was actually doing a little bit of keyword research and I saw some YouTube videos that were talking about how to upload a YouTube video or shoot a YouTube video on your phone and create thumbnails on your phone. And it got me thinking, can you really shoot, edit, and upload a YouTube video using your phone? As you guys know, I shoot all of my YouTube videos on my Canon EOS M50 and I edit using iMovie on my desktop computer. So I've never really tried this before and I think it would be a great test.
Okay, I can already see right from the beginning that she has great camera presence. The words that are coming out of her mouth are very engaging. And just the structure of this video makes you want to stick around and keep watching because you want to see if she can actually pull it off. So I would go and watch through this whole entire thing, but I'm not going to do that right now. But I'm going to just scrub through it here and see that she's changing locations a lot in her video, right? She's jumping from different set to different set. And she's kind of just going through the process of trying to make a video and edit a video all on her phone. And this is like a really cool video. I actually really like this video. Okay, so the last thing I want to check real quick is I just want to go back to her channel and take a look at the thumbnail one last time. So here it is. This is the video here. Can you make YouTube videos with your phone? And nothing too crazy about this thumbnail. There's actually not really a lot of text that I can even really see from this view here. So I would definitely say she could probably improve this thumbnail even by just increasing the size of her text. But she does a good job right here of showing like distress and emotion, a big face, and her iPhone, of course. So actually, I think she probably could improve this thumbnail, like I said, but it's still a good thumbnail. Okay, so let's go back to the Google Sheet and take a look at just another video. See, the one that she released after that didn't really do all that great. The one after that, it did okay, but the one after that, it got 130,000 views at this point. And I'm sure this was a big reason why she was able to trigger the algorithm again and get that huge boost. It's because this video here, how I edit my YouTube videos using iMovie. So really, you guys, I'm just trying to take note of the topics, right? It's all about the topics to see kind of where she was able to trigger it. And then from that point, you can take a look at, thumbnails, titles, and kind of the content of the video. So like I said, let me check that title one more time. How I edit my video. Okay, so I'm just gonna search for that. Here it is, how I edit my YouTube videos using iMovie. And wow, this is actually another good thumbnail, how I edit. And it just shows her. I think it would have been better if she was looking directly at the viewer, maybe with some emotion on her face. But yeah, like I said, it's a 10-minute, 30-second video. So we know that definitely over 10-minute videos in this space are important. Okay, so here I am. I'm just gonna take a look at the video.
Okay, hello guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. I realized after looking through some of my related YouTube videos that I don't have a video talking about how to edit your YouTube videos, and I use iMovie, which is probably the most basic editing software that you
See, she has really good hooks and, like I said before, really good camera presence, but most importantly, take note of her topics. She makes these boring topics really interesting through storytelling. You know, she starts the video off like, hey guys, you know, I was looking through and this happened and that happened, and I realized that I should make a video on how to edit on iMovie. So having that story tie-in just helps create interest, and I can definitely see how this video did well, especially because so many people are looking for help on how to edit with iMovie. Okay, so yes, we do have 2 topics for 2 different kinds of videos that we could try to create if we're in the same space, of course, and see if we can make videos just as good as her so that we too can get suggested. Now I could go back here too, and I could continue to kind of look through this and compare this to, you know, her weekly stats and other, you know, times where she had big growth to find other video topics that I think might work well. So let's just go ahead and take a look at one last video topic, which if I go here, I would say is this one right here, understanding the YouTube algorithm as a small YouTuber. So this could be another really cool topic. I'm gonna go look that up as well. Understanding the YouTube algorithm. And here it is here. So I can take note of the thumbnail. See, at this point, I feel like her thumbnails have improved, right? Text is bigger. I like this text here that says, you know, up 141%. She's got a lot of motion here. And this was, I think, one of her first ones that really popped and is continuing to get a ton of views to this day. I'm just gonna go ahead and check it out.
Hey guys, what is up, and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk to you guys about the YouTube algorithm and just a little bit more about YouTube SEO, especially how you can use it as a beginner YouTuber. Now, I got my start in the digital marketing industry. The first type of SEO I learned was Google SEO, which I honestly think is the most complicated type that you could have learned first. So I got my start with Google SEO, moved to Pinterest SEO, and as soon as I got on YouTube, I was like, I have to learn YouTube SEO because I am like a junkie for algorithms. I love
Okay, so this in itself is talking about the algorithm and how she was able to grow. But take note of this, okay? This is probably part of the reason that this video is done so well, and that's that it's 15, almost 16 minutes long. And hopefully she's getting decent amount of view duration here, and that's why I was able to get promoted out so much. You can take a look at her title. She's kind of using a combination of SEO and clickbait here. So this first part is mostly, I think, just clickbait related, trying to get the click, trying to sound interesting and entice people to click. And this last part here is for SEO reasons, trying to rank for this keyword, right? So what's kind of the moral to this whole story here is that you can go on people's channels and figure out what videos have done best for them. And yes, you can easily just go to their channel and go to most popular by sorting right here. That will show you their most popular videos. But by doing this kind of research here on Social Blade, you can find other videos that help them that might not have, you know, the 500,000 views. Maybe it only has 30,000 views, like the iPhone video or whatever. But those videos still were significant videos in their channel and were the ones that kind of started this whole growth off, right? I mean, look at this whole time that she's uploading videos and not a single one pops. But then around here, some of these videos in here in a row that she released did well and were able to actually trigger the algorithm. And like I said, the idea is to take those video topics and create your own videos and try to create better videos. If you're able to do that, then you might be able to actually get the view duration that's needed to trigger the algorithm and get that thing suggested. All right, I hope you guys liked that video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Also, if you're new here, subscribe. We make all kinds of videos on how to grow your YouTube channel and how to create better videos. Matter of fact, if that sounds good to you, if you are looking to grow here on YouTube, then go ahead and click on one of the buttons that's on the screen right now to check out another one of our videos. My name is Augie Johnson with VidChops.com. Thank you so much for watching.